cut the tip of my finger that away. How's it going, Bladers? This is David of Blade Banter, working to bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. These are some new knives going around from Civivi, which is the sub-company of We, and this is the sub-company of We as well, Sencut. So we're going to open up with a Sencut knife. So these are the We knives. There should be 3 knives in this box, one being a fixed blade. So you don't see too many fixed blades out there from them. I don't know if they have any other ones other than this, but we will see what it looks like, what it is like in hand as well. So we got 3 knives, which is those. Put the box to the side. So let's see what we got here. So we got 3 different knives. We got this one. So put these others to the side. Got a little bit of a saran wrap type of noise. They have been opened, so I don't know if they've been around to anybody else for any of these. But this one is going to be the Ortis. There's a C2013B. That's going to be this one here. So fairly light, good feel, kind of a faux bolster to it. So that's going to be how it looks here. So it's going to be kind of a faux bolster. So that's still one piece of G10, but it's different pattern here. There's reversible, so you can see on this side it's going to be a reversible pocket clip, right hand, left hand, same pocket clip for Civivi. This is going to be the clearance for the pocket clip. So let me know if you guys have any questions on these as I go through. If there's any questions, then I'll try to answer it in a full review. But this is kind of more of an unboxing, initial impressions type of thing for these knives. But it looks like a pretty nice blade shape. Probably going to be some type of clip point for it without opening it up. A little opening hole there. That's probably going to be good for a middle finger flick. Probably not too much for a thumb, but let's try the thumb first. Yeah, not too bad. Middle finger's probably going to be better. Oh yeah. And then you have the flipper tabs. So good ways on all 3. Good detent. Nice blade shape for it as well. So there's going to be kind of that clip point blade. So that's going to be what that is here. This is going to be a 9CR18. It goes for about $39, $47 full MSRP. But overall, nice. So, I mean, this is the Sencut knife. Sencut, Civivi. So this is their budget, and this is going to be their mid-range. So that's going to be how that will kind of line up for the brand. But I do like the pattern for it. So even though it is not 2 pieces, it does have a multiple texture. So this is more of a pattern like that. And this is going to be just a very smooth one. So you do have kind of that faux bolster and then that little pattern here. So nice setup so far. I think that's going to be a good one. So see also what this is sharpened to. I don't know if this is going to be the same. It's about 20 degrees per side on it. And then there's a hollow grind. So it's going to be kind of variable between probably 3, so probably about 6 degrees at the most. So you probably can't see that too well, but that's going to be what it is. So not too bad enough for the grind for it. Not the thinnest grind. So that's where a lot of them probably to get that behind that thickness. Maybe that's where that is. So probably if you lay that down to be a more shallow grind, you are going to be gaining that a little bit. But with it being a hollow grind, you might thin it out. So probably a few sharpenings, you can get that down a little bit more. But so far on this one, the Ortis looks really nice. It will be kind of interesting to get this in hand. It is a light one too. So this one goes, I don't have the full specs on it, but this one feels light. So let's see what it is for it. And again, like an iPhone, is like 5.7 ounces. So really anything under that's going to be fine. But yeah, 2.9 ounces. for it. So that's a pretty nice setup. So that one will be a cool one. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments and I will try to answer them in the full review of this knife. And then we'll go on to the other ones. So we've got two other knives. One's going to be a slip joint, one's going to be the fixed blade for it. So if those aren't your cup of tea, you can stick around as well, but those are going to be what those will be for those knives. So let's go on to the fixed blade. That's this one here. We do have a little bit more specs on this one, but it does come with a piece of paper. So this one is going to be, this one's called the backup fixed blade. So these are all the overall lengths and everything. So 5.81, blade length 3.09, handle 4.72, blade thickness of 0.16 or 4 millimeters. Handle thickness is going to be 0.47. And weight is 5.09. D2 tool steel, 59 to 61 for Rockwell for it. But let's see what this one is. Cool. So let's see what this is for fixed blade. You're going to have a tech lock, which is pretty good because you can get that either going to be right hand or a vertical or a horizontal carry, which is going to be pretty good for that. And it doesn't seem like there's any flaps or anything on this, so we'll open that up. I'm sorry, that sound probably gets pretty loud on camera, but that's going to be the tech lock for it. Squeeze. So squeeze it open. You can rotate it over. So there's these screws here, so you can actually rotate that over as well. Because right now it's a vertical carry. If I'm going to carry it, I'm probably going to do a horizontal carry. But that's going to be how this is here. Yeah, so definitely good in hand. I mean, the blade is not super long. It's going to be a very good one for detailed use for it, but the handle side, I mean, this I have a large size hand, and this is a lot of space left over. So this is going to be one that will be really quite good for it. Might be some concern with the grooves because some folks won't fit in that groove, but so far, I mean, it's pretty impressive, and it's actually a type of fixed blade that I wouldn't really see otherwise in this type of style. Still going to be a hollow grind for this, but that's going to be a pretty interesting setup. But let's see what this one is. So this one is going to be also, so we'll just check on the grind on this one. So this is going to be a much steeper grind. So this is going to be about 22 degrees per side on it. So near the end of there. So that's going to be about 44 degrees inclusive. But yeah, I mean, this feels like a solid one. So right off the bat, this one might be a good one. Locks in pretty well. Doesn't shake around. A little bit of shake, but I mean, you shouldn't be doing it that hard. So it has a good retention to it. A good pull out for the sheath. Locks in well. I would prefer some type of ramp here, just from the initial impression on it. If that could be kind of pushed up a little bit, so there's a good spot for it. You can still push on it. I mean, that's where it has a good gap on it, but just for comfort wise and getting that out, I would probably prefer a little bit of a ramp. But overall, I mean, pretty impressed so far with this one. So this one's going to be in the backup, so about $59, $70 as far as full MSRP. But that's a cool one. So we'll put that one to the side. Last one we have going on. Again, let me know if you have any questions on any of these. I'll try to answer them best I can once we get to the full review for the knives as well. So this one, the last one, is going to be a slip joint. So that's going to be kind of cool that they actually get these things going as far as some of the slip joints. So this is going to be the Appalachian Drifter. So these are the specs here. We'll try and get it on there. So overall length 6.8, blade length 2.96, closed 3.84, blade thickness is 0.10, 2.5. So probably going to be a pretty nice thin blade there. Handle 0.49, and then weight 2.49, and this is S35 VN at a 59 to 61 hollow grind. So that's going to be a pretty nice setup. So we'll see how this one comes out to be for it as well. So that's going to be the Appalachian. Now this is going to be a C2015B, and there are a few different variations for these as well. So different pocket clip for that. So it's only right hand carry though. So you don't have the left hand carry option, right hand carry only on this one. A little bit more of a stylized clip for the knife. And then this is going to be, looks like a micarta. So a green micarta handle. So this one's actually, oh, this is a flipper. So this is a double detent one, so it's not a slip joint. So it is a double detent. I was wondering on it because it was just such a smooth opening. It was like, that's not enough pressure. So it is double detent, so it has the detent open and closed. So you're going to have open and closed. Oh man. So it does bounce back a little bit. We'll take a little bit of practice. But, gee. So that's good and bad, because, I mean, so there's not a lot of pressure on it, and then also there's no type of flipper tab or anything, so if you were to now push cut and then try and pull out of the box, if you're not cautious on it, I mean, you're going to get yourself bit on that pointer finger, but if you're taking it out of your pocket and it cut something, put it back, keep your hands out of the way, then it's going to be kind of more of this kind of like surgeon type of cut, and then put it back, cut, put it back. So this is actually a pretty interesting design, so looking forward to checking this one out. This also have the lanyard on the back side of this one, so very cool. Monterey Bay has their knife. The EWC I think is the one that they have, but I don't know if that's the one that's the front flipper. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but this one's going to be one that's $83, $98 full MSRP, but definitely a fidgety type of knife for Civivi. Just getting used to that closure side gives them oh. Careful when you're handling knives. I did flay myself slightly, so I'm wrapping it up because I would basically cut the tip of my finger that away. So I flayed a little piece of my flappy skin off right by my nail. Not great, but you'll be alright. Don't bite myself very often, but it is sharp. Don't think I have anything on there, but I'll wipe it off. So, you have that one, so I'll look at that one as well. We'll clean that one off and just make sure, but we'll just put that aside. So those are 3 knives. That's my finger. So Civivi, budget a wee, very good, very sharp. It happens. Be cautious, but bled quite a bit. Took a while to kind of make it stop bleeding a little bit. Had my wife bandage me up a little bit, so I'm not bleeding through the bandage, which is nice. But there was quite a bit of blood. It was kind of like going down my hand and everything. Sorry to be too graphic to folks that don't like that type of stuff, but that's what we have. Those are the knives that are coming out. So let me know if you have any questions with them. I'll answer them the best I can. And that's all I have to say about that one today.